Welcome back, my little lambs, to part 2 of our raid testing series. Today we've got a Furious Maximum Capacity Automatic Handmade. We've given it the same legendary effects that an Elder's Mark could have. We've given it a little bit different of setup for some of its mods. This is the special loadout that I have. This is what my points are at. Next we're going to move on to the perk cards that I'm using for all my basic ones. You can sit there and see this is the setup that I've got, which is working pretty good for me. And here we have the legendary perks that I'm using. Got to do this in 2 parts real quick because couldn't get all of them on the screen. So you can see the first 3 here and the last of a couple of ones. Master Infiltrator, you don't really need. If you're on a team, swap that out for something like Follow Through. Here we are in the Guardian of area. We're going to start this battle and see how well this Handmade works. Again, we're probably not going to be beating any time records here, but this is just to sit there and show it can be done. You're going to have to play smart. You're going to have to take your time and pick your shots, but it's definitely going to be doable with this weapon. So let's get into this battle. One of the main changes they did with the new update is how VATS works. And depending on who you ask, they're either reasonable changes or they're bad changes. Some of them kind of make logical sense if you want to start and try and think about it. The biggest change is it used to be with VATS you could lock on to enemy parts, and even if they were technically behind the enemy and you were facing them from the front, VATS would be able to shoot right through. Now you can't do that. So when it comes to the Guardian shield generator, when the Guardian is facing us, the shield generator is on its back. So naturally we can't just shoot through the Guardian and hit that. So we have to sit there and move around quite a bit. You'll notice though that when you do lock in initially with VATS, for just a second or two, you do have a good lock on with a small chance and sometimes a good high chance to score a couple of hits. So you'll see that's what we do a lot in these battles. We sit there and pop out from behind the pillar, we pop off a couple of rounds and get some hits in, and then we duck back in. Usually this gives us a chance to get our AP bar to regenerate. If we have to take any sort of meds or anything, we've got a few seconds to do that. And it also causes the Guardian to temporarily lose track of us so that when we pop back out again, we still have a good chance of getting off a quick burst or two while VATS has a good lock.
Shield array offline. Initiate movement procedures.
As you can see, once we've got the shield down, we're doing fairly good damage and taking out the health bar of the Guardian fairly well. Obviously, though, it's going to take some time. You know, if you've watched other videos online, by now somebody might have been able to defeat this Guardian twice. But again, we're focused on, you know, what the normal player can possibly hope to do if they don't have access to some of those really good perks, some of those really good buffs and everything that you can get. And if you're still trying to grind out those events for the specific weapons that really give you a chance of defeating this guy pretty darn quick. So we're going to keep on with this battle. It's obviously going to take us time, but we're doing pretty good. So I'm going to definitely say right here that this weapon, you know, if you can make it and you want to try doing the Guardian, you're probably going to be able to pull it off. Just make sure you bring plenty of stim packs, any buffs that you can get, and any sort of things that can help increase your AP regen. There's lots of different things out there.
energy usage critical. Temperatures reaching unsafe levels. Security bunker online. Take shelter. Critical. Temperatures reaching unsafe levels. Security bunker online. Take shelter.
Okay, so we managed to take the Guardian out. It definitely took us some time, but we're not going for speed runs here. We're just trying to see if we can pull it off, and we managed to do it. So I'm going to mark this handmade version of the Elder's Mark down as a possibly good way of doing it. So thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you again next time in the Digital Wonderlands, and pretty soon we should have part 3 of this video series out.